Welcome to the podcast of Siam Center Law Group, where we explain essential legal concepts in a clear and accessible manner so you can protect your rights with confidence. Today, we will discuss a term that may sound complex, but is fundamental in Thailand's criminal justice system: preliminary examination. In criminal proceedings, if a public prosecutor files a case, the court will accept the case immediately. However, if a private individual files the case directly without going through the public prosecutor, the court will not accept the case for trial right away. Instead, it must go through a step called the preliminary examination. So what exactly is a preliminary examination? Simply put, it is a judicial inquiry to determine whether the case has merit. The court will examine the evidence presented by the complainant, such as documents or witness testimony, to assess whether there are sufficient grounds for the case to proceed. If there is no evidence, no credible witness, or the legal basis is insufficient, the court may conclude that the case lacks merit and will not proceed with the trial. Now, does the defendant need to appear in court during this examination? Number: the defendant is not required to appear in person. They may appoint a lawyer to represent them in court. The defense counsel has the right to cross-examine the complainant's witnesses and present legal arguments to convince the court that the case should not be accepted. There are two possible outcomes of the preliminary examination. 1. If the court finds the case has merit, it will issue an order to accept the complaint and proceed to trial. 2. If the court finds the case lacks merit, it will dismiss the complaint. The legal process ends there. However, if the complainant disagrees with the court's decision, they may file an appeal under the provisions of law. So why is this step necessary? Because it serves as a safeguard against a frivolous or malicious litigation in criminal matters. The preliminary examination acts as a filter to ensure that only cases with legal substance proceed to trial. Therefore, if you are being prosecuted in a private criminal complaint, having a qualified defense attorney by your side is crucial. Your lawyer will ensure that your rights are fully protected and that no unjust claims proceed unchecked. If you or someone you know is facing a criminal complaint and requires expert legal representation, Siam Center Law Group is here to assist you. Consult us today and take the right steps with confidence through every stage of the legal process. Thank you for listening. We look forward to speaking with you again in our next episode.